AEW fans, today is a very exciting day as I have some groundbreaking news in regards to AEW pay-per-views going forward, starting with All Out. We'll have that, as well as some WWE news, very much counter-programming. We'll get into that as well on Screw the Script. Welcome back, everybody, to Screw the Script. I'm your host, as always, Maverick. Let's just get right into it. Right up here on the screen, I have it for you. I'll read it for you while you're reading it on the screen. This is a screenshot that I grabbed from AEW's official page. AEW pay-per-views are coming to HBO Max. As announced today, HBO Max Sports will stream AEW pay-per-view events live without ads, starting with AEW All Out. Notice they also moved the time earlier at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. This is actually a great move on top of the groundbreaking news of pay-per-views going to Max, starting with All Out and going forward. They moved it earlier in the day. My guess is they want to... It's not that they're afraid to go head-to-head with WWE. I know a lot of WWE stans will say that right away. That's going to be their default attack. Don't let them get you down. I think Tony Khan is playing chess right now, while TKO and Triple H are playing checkers. They've been counter-programming the last couple of months, and this is honestly like a bitch slap to the face of them. Like, fuck you. We're going to keep doing our stuff. We just landed a huge deal with Max, and we're going to move our show earlier than yours. So people who watch our shows, a lot of them might be, have wrestling exhaustion is what I like to call it. Wrestling fatigue, whatever you want to call it. Because of this show starting earlier than WRESTLEPALOOZA, which is also the same night because WWE wanted to counter-program all you people out there trying to defend them, saying they aren't threatened by AEW's potential and success that they've had in 2025. You're just lying straight through your fucking teeth. I mean, there's no way around it. This is great news, though. It's going to be a great event. We only have one match announced for it. That's okay. A little over about 2.5 weeks out. We're going to get matches announced probably tonight on Dynamite, which I'll review that for tomorrow's video. But yes, I just wanted to talk to you about that. Subscribers with supported devices can purchase the event for the exclusive price of $39.99. So they dropped $10. They are no longer $50. They are only $40. And they're going to stream from Max. That's the bigger part. Having a discount, that's good too. You could maybe get a little picky and say you wanted a little bit more of a discount. But I will, in a second here, show you why it's really not needed, because their prices going forward, especially in the future, are better than WWE's. But yes, the fact that they are on one streaming service when the big competitor in the US is obviously WWE, they require you to have more than one service. You have to have Netflix for Raw. You have to have basic cable for CW and I believe SmackDown's still on USA if I'm not mistaken, to watch those. I forget what Evolve is on right now, Tubi or something. And then, of course, there's stuff that happened last month with the ESPN deal. Even if you purchase the bundle, I'm going to get into that next as to why not only is this great news for WWE, but they are winning what I'm going to coin right now is the streaming war. The pro wrestling streaming war started in 2025. You heard it first on this channel. If you haven't heard it, I haven't seen anyone call it or coin it that, but yeah, the pro wrestling streaming war is what I'm calling this. We had the Monday Night War years ago with Raw and WCW. This is the pro wrestling streaming war. And now I'm going to tell you why AEW is winning this. So, right up there for you on the screen, I'll show one at a time, and I'll show a second one here in a minute. And then we'll compare it to AEW's prices, and I'll explain why they're winning this when it comes to a strict monetary value. Netflix plans in the US start at $7.99 a month for the standard with ads plan. It's 2025. Majority of people don't like ads. I'm sick and fucking tired of ads on everything, phone games, websites. The last thing I want is have ads on my streaming service. For myself personally, I don't have ads on any of my streaming services, and I feel like the vast majority probably don't. So skip that. You're likely paying the full HD, the standard plan which is ad-free, full HD, $17.99 a month. But for the highest quality streaming, which is what a lot of people have, the premium plan costs $24.99 a month and supports 4K Ultra HD. And it goes and say that. So there's the breakdown beneath that photo for you right there. Most people, I'm going to assume, are paying either that $17.99 mid-tier or the $24.99 elite or premium tier for Netflix. That is just Netflix to watch Raw. Now you have to have cable as well to watch SmackDown and to watch NXT. You don't need to have cable anymore to watch AEW. Everything is on HBO Max now. Their weekly shows and now their pay-per-views. Everything is on one. That right there would be enough to say AEW wins it strictly in a monetary value alone. But you also have to add in ESPN Plus. So the next next picture here, after 1 year, people are getting, confused by this, thinking, oh my God, I only have to pay $30 a month or $29.99 per month for the bundle of ESPN Unlimited, Disney Plus with ads, and Hulu with ads. But that is only for the first 12 months, as it shows in this screenshot. After 12 months, it is at least $35.99 for the bundle with ads. Most people, again, don't want ads. They're likely going to be jumping up to $45 or $44.99, $45 for the bundle with ad-free Disney and Hulu. That's $45 right there. That is more than the cost that pay-per-views for AEW are going to go just to watch the PLEs. And may I add, AEW's pay-per-views are kicking WWE's ass when it comes to their big shows. Their PLEs are not premium live events. They're premium lame events. Terrible joke, but you get the point. I think they're far superior than WWE, and it's $5 less after a year. Yes, for the first year, it's cheaper by $10, but again, you got to remember, just to watch Raw on the last photo I showed, you're still paying at least $18 a month, or I feel like a lot of people, that $25 a month. And then you add in the cost of cable for people who still need cable to watch SmackDown, to watch NXT. You add up those total costs. HBO Max, I believe, for their ad-free premium thing is like $20.99 a month, so $21. That is cheaper than the best that you can get on Netflix, which is $24.99 a month. They are winning when it comes to Netflix versus HBO, I believe, in my opinion. Anyway, they win that. And when you include the cost of PLEs for WWE versus the cost of pay-per-views now for AEW, not only is it more convenient to watch them on one single streaming service, it is cheaper in the long run. Not that first 12 months. I believe it's either about even or WWE has the edge about $5. But the fact that it's all on one streaming service, for me, I'll pay that extra $5, especially when in a year those people are going to be paying $6 more, at least $6 more, if not $15 more, just to have that bundle. Right up here, I also have something for you to read. You can pause my video if you want to read through it all, as it's like 5 or 6 paragraphs. But to sum it up, this is just a longer description of the deal that was struck with AEW and HBO Max. A lot of great things in here. Wednesday, September 17th, they're having a show called September to Remember. It's going to be aired on Max and as well on TNT if you still have cable. But just go ahead and get Max. I mean, you're getting a discount on pay-per-views now, and you can watch everything on Max, which honestly, the streaming on Max is better than what you get for streaming on cable. At least I noticed that right away when I switched to Max. And then, there's more info down there. Great news for AEW. And now onto a couple of WWE things that I find hilarious. Right up here first, we have Brian Alvarez confirms. Now, I would say take it with a grain of salt, but I've seen this reported. Pretty much everybody else has reported this. So It seems to be pretty legit. WWE is bringing back AJ Lee after 10 years at WrestlePalooza to counter-program AEW's All Out pay-per-view. We can confirm, this is a quote from him, that it's a mixed tag CM Punk and AJ Lee against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. The return of AJ, Brock, and Usos teaming up. They're loading the show up to try to destroy All Out. We'll see if they can do it. I don't think they will. I firmly believe that AEW is still going to exceed 100,000 pay-per-view buys for All Out, especially since they're offering a discount at $40 instead of $50, and you can watch everything on one streaming service. And they moved the show even earlier, which is smart, like I said earlier, because the people that are over in the UK, which AEW is huge in the UK, now I believe it starts for them at, I think, around 8 p.m. instead of around midnight. That's what the original time slot was, if I'm not mistaken. That is going to get more pay-per-view buys. That is going to get more eyes on the product. I just see this as a huge win for AEW. A great way to start, the last quarter of 2025, as this has been a monumental year for AEW in terms of success, storylines, Tony Khan fixing issues within. Everything points to a great 2026 for AEW. That's all I had on this episode of Screw the Script. You let me know down below what you have to think about the streaming service deal that they struck with HBO Max, as well as the counter stuff that you're seeing in WWE. And if you disagree with me, let me know down below if you think that, this isn't a very good deal for Max subscribers with AEW pay-per-views. I personally think it is. Like I said, convenience is a huge thing, and ultimately, long-term, it is going to be cheaper. Less streaming services, less money out of my pocket for better quality wrestling. That's a win-win. This has been Maverick with Screw the Script. Thanks for watching.